What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 74 and we're starting today's stuff on the back of our big win over Hamburg with the first leg of the Champions League quarter-final against the La Liga leaders Barcelona away at the Nou Camp. And in the last episode I talked about this. This is a full-strength peak Barcelona team with great recruitment. Theo Hernandez is in, Gabriel is in, Andrew Robertson is in as well, Yuri Tielemans is signed, but they've also got their young stars. Pedri is now 93 overall. Oh my god. Wow, 99 stamina. You know he's my sort of player. Frankie de Jong is now 91 overall at 29 years old as well. And up top as well, whilst they might have lost Ansu Fati, they've brought in Burkhardt, the good young German, Dejan Kulusevski, who you know I'm a massive fan of as well. Salah, not quite as quick as he used to be, still could be affected at 83. And also Ferran Torres is still there at 88 overall as well. So in the last episode I was talking about how this is not the Barcelona team that have had back-to-back knockouts in the Champions League group stage. This is the Barcelona team that have retained most of their young players, if not all of them. Like I said, Fati, for example, has gone, but it's a fantastic side. It's an amazing side. They are top of La Liga right now, and without a shadow of a doubt, one of the favourites to win this Champions League. We've got them. First leg at the Nou Camp. And oh man, I really hope that EA can get the Nou Camp back at some point. I know it's licensed with PES. It's not called PES anymore, is it? It's like Konami Football. I don't know what it's called now, to be honest. But I know it's licensed with, well, PES. Let's just call it PES. But even so, I'd love for EA to get the Nou Camp back. What a stadium, man. I've never been to it. I've never been to Barcelona, to be fair. My brother's been to it, and he said it's just as breathtaking in real life as it is when you're watching on TV. The atmosphere is fantastic. I'd love to go to the Nou Camp and Barcelona City one day. Anyway, heading into the game, I was thinking, okay, alright, I've seen their team. It's incredible. We got through Atletico Madrid after a dominant first leg victory in Madrid. So heading into the first leg of this game, I was thinking, right, let's go at them. Let's go at them like we did Atletico Madrid. Well, I have to say, I knew that Barca would be a bigger challenge to Atletico Madrid, with no disrespect to Simeone's side, but 26.5 minutes in and I was 2-0 down. Ferran Torres doubled the lead after we conceded early, and I just could not cope with the swarming red and blue shirts when I'm trying to pass out from the back. And 35 minutes in, perhaps a little bit unlucky, but my defence all over the place. And the German, Jonathan Burkhardt, who was one of my targets in the summer, makes it Barcelona 3, Bayern Munich 0. Now, I said when we joined Bayern Munich, this was going to be a rebuild, this was going to be a big challenge, this was going to be, you know, a season of growth. But I did not expect this. I was being absolutely humiliated. I got one chance in the first half, and that was what I did with it. Victor Osimhen straight at Ter Stegen, Barca 3, Bayern 0 at half time, and every single time I tried to pass out from the back, I gave it away, this time with Bella Kotchap, and 20 minutes after the restart, with 25 minutes to go, Barcelona make it 4-0. And we are on the brink of humiliation at the Nou Camp. I had two chances, I missed them both. Ter Stegen made saves, it was still 4-0. 18 minutes to go, the tie was over. 4-0 down, and I thought in the second leg, I might as well just throw out our reserves because, I mean, we are literally not going to come back from this. We need a miracle. We need something. 15.5 minutes to go, Jamal Musiala does make it 4-1 and gives us a glimmer of hope. And then a few minutes later, we're on the break. Osimhen finds Florian Wirtz, lovely piece of skill. Victor rolls through Ryan Gravenberch. And sometimes when you need a bit of luck, your prayers are answered. Gabriel with a shocker. My cutback cut out, but a former gunner tries to roll it back with Ter Stegen basically helpless. And the ball deflects off his own teammate, Andrew Robertson, into the back of his own net. Shocker from the former Arsenal defender. And we're handed a lifeline. 4-1 down, and yeah, I mean, the game's gone, and the tie is going to be a very difficult uphill task to come back from here. But 4-2, and there's certainly a chance. And from kickoff, Barca give it away, and we're on the break. Kimmich goes down the right, tries to get around Theo Hernandez, holds him off with the ball roll, rolls it through the vert, quick little free ball to Musiala, and from nothing, Bayern Munich come back from 4-0 down to make it 4-3. And whilst we might not have found a late leveller, I tell you what, the celebrations, if you can call it that, a full-time whistle from Barca, told the story. They win the game, but that tie has now become a lot more balanced. From 4-0 down to 4-3, and we were celebrating at the final whistle. I remember after that final whistle went, I had a smile on my face. I was thinking, we've just escaped. We have absolutely escaped from the Nou Camp with the tie still, not necessarily in the balance, but still within our reach to come back from. From 4-0 down to 4-3. And do you know what it reminded me of? Last year's Champions League semi-final. Oh, sorry, Manchester City fans. Don't want to trigger your PTSD. But the first leg against Real Madrid at the Etihad, when they threw away those leads. And if you remember, in the first half of that game, tactically, Guardiola got it spot on, and they literally could have had that tie over and done with in the first half. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit here, but certainly they would have had a really unassailable lead, or it would have seemed that way anyway. But instead, they allowed Real Madrid back in it. That was obviously the game where Benzema hit that famous Panenka penalty. You know, it was an incredible game. It was an incredible tie, of course. And who won the tie in the end? Real Madrid, on their way to winning the Champions League. So that is what I said to the boys in the dressing room at full time. That is exactly what I said. I said, lads, don't forget what Real Madrid did back in 2022. Yeah, they lost the game, but they won the tie and the old thing. Because of their comeback, we can do the same. What an incredible show of resilience from 4-0 down. And yes, don't get me wrong, that Gabriel howler was ridiculous. I mean, I was so lucky, and I always hold my hands on except when I've got luck. But for the other two goals, no, just perfectly played breaks and a huge comeback from the abyss. So following game comes on the weekend. Now, we've got 3 days to go until we face Barcelona at home at the Allianz. And I was thinking, we've got Eintracht Frankfurt away. Forget it. Like, literally forget it. Throw out the kids. Only start 2 players that started against Barcelona. If not 1 player. I forgot Davis didn't start that game at the Nou Camp. But start Alphonso Davies because he rested in midweek. Start Lambert because he's our shot stopper. Not going to run out of energy. And play our reserves. If we get a result, banging, like bonus. If not, I don't care. I'm focusing all of my attention on Barcelona. Why is that? Well, we've got a 10-point lead in the Bundesliga right now. We've got plenty more games to win this title. So heading into this game here against Eintracht Frankfurt, well, we were leading by 2, and I was thinking, oh my god, can we really beat Eintracht Frankfurt away with a backup side? The answer was no. I absolutely bottled it. I was 2-0 up at the break, and in the second half, I completely threw it away. And for the third goal, oh man. Like, I only had 2 starters out there. Davis, who I eventually took off early on into the second half, and also Lambert as well. It made some brilliant saves in the opening first half an hour. But then for the third goal, a shocking pass from my new shot stopper gave Frankfurt the goal that put them in front for the first time. And then they scored the dagger in stoppage time. Yeah, so I just had an amazing comeback in midweek against Barcelona. And then Frankfurt produced this comeback against me on the weekend back in the Bundesliga. So I kind of had like the shoe on both feet, you know, in the space of 2 games there. That was ridiculous. We had a 10-game winning streak in the Bundesliga. It should have been extended, but I absolutely bottled it there. Absolutely bottled it. To be fair, I had a really weak side. The fact I was 2-0 up at half-time was a miracle with that team there. But I thought, you know what, lads, how we got a point, I would have called it an unbelievable result with that really weak side. Forget it. Like, forget about it. We've got 5 more games. We need to win 3 of them, and we're Bundesliga champions regardless. It's fine. Don't worry about it, because this is much bigger. Second leg, Champions League, quarter-final against Barcelona. And after the first leg, where we came back from the abyss, 4-0 down to make it 4-3, could we complete the turnaround? Well, heading into the game, I thought we got to start better than we did at the Nou Camp. Are you kidding me? We were 3-0 down 35 minutes in. That ain't happening again. Lightning will not strike twice. We need a much better start this time around. And we're back at home. We're back at the Allianz. We're in front of our home crowd. And 5 minutes in, comeback complete. From 4-0 down on the tie to 4-4. Victor Osimhen's first in the Champions League gives us the opener. And in the first half, to be fair, with very few chances, we had a golden chance to take the lead right before the break. But instead, we saw a big blow. Victor Osimhen goes up for an aerial duel and eventually would be taken off. 12 minutes after the restart, it is 1-0 on the night and 4-4 over 2 legs. And Barca have a great chance to get back in front, but Lambert makes a superb save to deny the Swede Kulusevski, and it's still 1-0. And to be fair, this game was nothing, absolutely nothing like the first leg against Barcelona, which was all out attack. It was very nervy, very cagey, and we almost took the lead from this corner here. A header tipped onto the bar, and it's still 1-0. 6 minutes to go, and it's going to extra time. Both teams pushing for a winner though, and want it done in 90. And as Musiala finds Moukoko, he slides it through to Florian Wirtz! And Bayern Munich are going to the Champions League semi-final. One of my greatest comebacks in career mode ever. From 4-0 down to 5-4 winners. Bayern Munich win it at the death. Florian Wirtz, what a redemption arc for our playmaker who, to start the season off, getting it a barn door of a banjo. Well, now he's just scored the biggest goal of his career because he sent us in to the final 4 of the Champions League, and it is one of my best comebacks in FIFA career mode history. From 4-0 down to 5-4, yes, over 2 legs, but even so. Oh my god, and in the final 4, Bayern are taking on Juve, the old lady in the semis. It's Liverpool versus Real Madrid in the Champions League for the 152nd time in 4 seasons. But it is Juventus in the semi-finals. And whilst our gap at the top of the table in the Bundesliga has been cut to 7, our winning run ended after 10. I don't care that we lost to Frankfurt. I don't care one bit, because we've just pulled off one of my greatest comebacks in FIFA career mode history. Oh my god, absolutely buzzing. But that will end today's episode of Career Mode, guys. Big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Most of you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode, featuring the chance to win the Bundesliga title very soon.